So, still Go Math, um, fourth grade, volume 1. Here, we're doing a little vocabulary building. Again, we just moved on from number and operations, place value. And so look, it says complete the flow map by using the math words with a check. So over here, you have preview words, and there are some specific, can't talk, guys. I have some specific words that have checks by them. Those are the words that they want you to use. So if you notice, 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them checked. So one of those may not be used, one here. So, and then let's go down and see what we do here. And then we have 6 blanks here. We're also filling in these sentences with the words, but it's 6 here and more than 6 checks. So I'm sure we could use other words besides the check. This one was only specific with the check. So, numbers and operations. What is this? What is it? So you look to place the definition here about the examples that you see here. Here I see, if I'm looking, comparing with the rest of them, these are decimals. So let's see over here. Look, decimal. Decimal. Okay. And me, I would put a little something right there. So I use that one. Here, I see numbers that consist of a whole number and a fraction. And what we call that is a mixed number because it is mixed between whole numbers and fraction. It has two different types of kind of numbers together. So we call that a mixed number. I'm going to write this kind of in 2 lines, and thinking ahead, I'm going to write one a little high so I can write them big. Mixed number. Next, moving forward, look here. I just told you here that this was a mixed. These are called decimals. So when they have the decimal in it, that's a decimal point, not a period. I know when you transfer it over from, subjects, it can mean different things. Here we have a whole number, which is a whole number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the fraction piece. So this would be a fraction here. So I guess this is what we're calling it, a unit fraction. Unit fraction. So it's a fraction of a unit. That makes sense. We use that one. And here is, oh, okay. So they got a little tricky with this one. We still have a check though. So this one we haven't done. So this is what we call equivalent fractions. So if you think about that, as I write that, equivalent fraction. So if you think about that and you look at that word equivalent, so equal, EQU. I haven't looked up the origin, but we know that it sounds kind of like equal, right? Equal. So that means, I guess we should write that next to here. Equal. That means that those fractions equal, or they equal the same thing. So 1/2, 1/2, 3/6, 3/6, 4/8, or 4/8. If you also notice, the top is half of the bottom. So if you add the half to itself, like 1 plus 1, you get 2. It's 3, you get 3 plus 3, you get 6. 4 plus 4, you get 8. So that's how you have a half. If you have a number that, if you add itself to the top, that numerator, this is what we call the numerator, you add the numerator 2 times and get the denominator, then you know you have the 1/2. I misstated that. So, don't get me wrong. That works for the half. That does not work for all equivalent fractions. So, let me go on the record of saying that. I already made this video, so I'm not going back. But, so we got the equivalent fraction. You have 1/2, 1 over 2, 3, 6, 3 over 6, 4, 8, 4 over 8. So in this case, all of these fractions equal to this 1/2 as well. These are all equal to one another as well. That's what a equivalent fraction means. If we draw these, they will also look the same drawn out. So if this is one whole unit, this is another whole unit, and this is, again, let's just make it long enough for 3 whole units that are the same length. I know mine aren't perfect, but you get the idea. The first one is 1 over 2. Remember, the top is the part, bottom is the whole thing. So we got 2 parts in this whole thing. All right. So the whole thing is 2 parts, 1, 2. And then how many are we shading? We're going to shade 1. Boom, boom, boom. So that's why we got our 1/2. So that top one is 1/2. I'm going to try to write that real small here for you. That's 1/2. Then this next one, we need 6 pieces to make up the whole thing. Right? So I'm still going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to make this 3, and I'm going to make this 3. So boom, 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 boom. So we got 6 parts, but then we need to shade 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3 over 6. And then for this last piece, I'm going to write this fraction over here to give us a little more space. We need 8 parts to the whole thing. So now I got to make 4 on this side and 4 on this side. So let's split this one in half, and split this one in half, and then split those in half. Boom, 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 boom. And then we get, I didn't put our numbers in it. We should have numbered 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So look, shade in those 4. We got that 4 over 8 like we talked about here. That lets you know all these fractions are equal when you draw them out. Look, you shade the same amount of that unit. You just broke them up into different size pieces. It's like if you had a pizza, you can cut it into 4 giant slices and cut it into 8 little slices. So